All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing our starting NBA point guard rankings from MVP all the way to out of the league. Now, I also have this tier in case there's duplicates or if there's someone that I shouldn't put on this list because there's like 50 fucking people on this list, and I don't know who's going to go where. I don't know how battles are going to play out for starting jobs. Also, there's some old heads on here that are probably going to be backups at their next stops. We'll see, but I'm just doing it based off July 14th at 11:30 p.m. EST. So if anything changes, do not blame that on me. I'm just going based off what has been reported and what's been going on at the moment. And yes, there are 50 guys because we don't know what the hell's going to happen. So let's get started. Before we get started, I'm going to explain the tier list. We have MVP. I think we all know who's going there. We have All NBA guys who make the All NBA team. All Stars. I think that's self-explanatory. Good starting point guards, and then bench, and then out of the league, and then not a point guard. So let's start with Anthony Simons. He is a starter level caliber player at this moment. He was the better point guard between him and Scoot Henderson last season. Boston obviously acquired him in a Drew Holiday trade. He is a good starting point guard. That's what he is at this point of his career. Obviously, he's still 25, so he still has room to grow. We'll see if he's a part of the next Celtics core, and see where he goes, and if he can elevate himself into the All-Star tier, maybe All-NBA one day. I don't think he has All-NBA upside, but he might have All-Star upside. But honestly, going to Boston is probably the best thing for him because he's going to now finally develop because Portland's developmental system, to put it quite bluntly, is pretty dog shit. So hopefully he ends up panning out, but right now he is a starter. Next, Jalen Brunson. I'm going All-NBA for him. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Horrible defensively, but is so good offensively, it doesn't matter. Led the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. He should be on this list. He's the driving engine of the New York Knicks, and at the end of the day, they wouldn't be there where they were, which is the Eastern Conference Finals without him, so that's why we're going to go with him there. Next, I'm going to go with Cade Cunningham. I don't know if hold on. I'm gonna put him in All-Star for now, but I want to check. Has he made I also forgot to mention, if they recently made All-NBA, I'm probably gonna throw him in All-NBA. Did he make the All-NBA team? I completely forgot because I don't know. Okay, he's All-NBA then. All right, so he made the All-NBA third team this season. We're gonna boost him up into the All-NBA tier. He was a big part of the Pistons' resurgence. Obviously, the Malik Beasley shit and Dennis Schroeder being gone. We'll see how they do this upcoming offseason. Not offseason, but this upcoming season. I don't know what's going to happen. If we look at their depth chart, I'm going to go here. Obviously, they still have K. They still have Jaden Ivey. They got Duncan Robinson. They still have one of the Thompson twins, which if you always have one of them on your team, you're always going to do fine. You got Karis LeVert in free agency. Is that going to be enough to replace the production? You got Beasley and Schroeder. Who knows? But he's an All-NBA point guard for a reason. There's a reason why he was the number one pick in the draft, and therefore he's going to be in the All-NBA tier. Next, Damian Lillard. As much as I want to put him in All-NBA, I'm going to assume he regresses from his ACL tier. I'm going to put him in All-Star. Now, with Damian Lillard, right? It was Achilles. Excuse me. He tore his Achilles in the playoffs. I think we all know what happened, and then he got released. When I do my off-season video on the Bucks, I'm going to give him so much fucking shit. You cannot wait till I fucking absolutely roast the fuck out of the Bucks. I think they handled the Dames and Miles Turner situation awfully. They should have just taken the final year of a deal or however long it was. Because if I look at his contract, right? If we look at this, objectively speaking, right? How many more years do they have to eat? Because it can't be that bad. Yeah, so they had he had a 4-year extension. And then he could have just what the fuck? They had one more year of his contract. And then he would have been just fine, no? Am I confused? Obviously he has extension. Yeah. They could have, easily fucking just taken on that deal. I don't understand. They should have just kept on to him. I know he's injured, but, you could have just used that as a matching salary to go get someone else. I don't understand what the fuck the Bucks were doing by waiving him and trying to pick up Miles Turner. Which, by the way, I have the Bucks like third because I think the Pacers might just be a good team this next season. But just like, why? Like, why the fuck are you? I don't get what not the Pacers. I don't get what the Bucks are doing with the Miles Turner shit. That makes no fucking sense to me. They're gonna make the playoffs, but they're gonna be so fucked for years to come. I don't understand. And if I were Giannis, I would want to get traded. But yeah, let me go back. But yeah, I think Damian's an all-star. I think he's proven that he's not an all-NBA player like he once was. He's still good. But we'll see after the Achilles tear what happens with him. He's at his peak. He's still an All-NBA player, but at this point, who the hell knows, man? I don't know what's going to happen with his Achilles. Next is DeJounte Murray, and I'm going to go starter with him. Now, you may be wondering, why is DeJounte Murray a starter? And to put it quite simply, he's not only has he been injured, but he has not reached the peak of what he was in San Antonio, right? He was an All-Star 3 years ago, right? But ever since then, right? Like, he had 2 good years. Like, if we were talking like 2023, 2024, yes, he is an all-star, right? I'm not gonna argue that. However, what was it? Fucking, like, he's still a good. Do I put him in all-star? You know what? I'm gonna be a little bit more nice to DeJounte Murray because he just did. You know what? I'm gonna be more nice. He's moving up to all-star. He was injured last season. The Pelicans are another team, by the way, I'm going to shit on in my season preview of them. But, you know what? I think it's fair. You know what? We'll see what happens if DeJounte Murray recovers from his injury. Hopefully he recovers just fine. It'll be interesting to see how he and Jordan Poole are going to mesh along with Jeremiah Fears, which means there's 3 people from the Pelicans on this list, which is fucking insane. But, hopefully he comes back and just plays just fine. Next, Darius Garland. Now, there has been a lot of talk about Darius Garland in terms of him being in trade talks. I personally would not have traded him for Kevin Durant. I would have not done that unless there's like severe issues in the building, which I've not heard of. Then I would have just fucking said, you know what? Okay, fine, you can trade Darius Garland. Like, he's an all-star. Like, he's an all-star point guard. Obviously, there's issues with his defense because, God forbid, him and Donovan Mitchell are not a good defensive backcourt. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I don't know what their ratings are together, but it has to be below the average. But overall, Darius Garland, he's an all-star point guard. I don't think there's much else to say. Hopefully the Cavs do come back this season, and hopefully Evan Mobley, we see the next steps of him, which we'll talk about him in the power forward rankings. But I hope he is just fine. Next, we have the Dallas Mavericks point guard, D'Angelo Russell. I don't know what the hell I was doing. So I'm gonna go to the Mavericks real quick. The reason why I have him on here instead of Cooper Flagg is because if D'Angelo Russell wasn't on this list, I would have put Cooper Flagg on here because I think he can run the 1. But they signed D'Angelo Russell for the reason. And you know what? I'm not gonna try to get into the Cooper shit. Although I think I'm just gonna say this right now. I know it's gonna be weird. Cooper would be an all-star or all-NBA level if he was in this list, but he's not. And we're talking about D'Angelo Russell. So at this point of his career, D'Angelo's just a good, solid starting point guard. There's nights where he gets hot, and there's nights where he gets cold. Last season he averaged 12 points. So obviously I think he's on a decline at this point of his career. We'll see what happens with him as he goes forward. Obviously he was a good point guard for a long time. I still think he's a starter, but he's not. I don't know if he's on a decline or whatever the hell's going on, but I don't think he's at that point of his career, like where he was at this point. So yes. Next we have De'Aaron Fox. Now we also have Ron Harper on this list, and obviously De'Aaron Fox is still an all-star. Right, you're stupid if you don't think he is. Do I think he's all NBA? Obviously, with the counting stats, yes. But let me check something. I don't know why I'm all the way down here. He's only been an all. Damn. You know what? Yeah. Is he on this? I think he's on this tier. You know, I think De'Aaron Fox is still an all-star point guard, and therefore I'm going to put him in the all-star tier. I mean, he averaged 24 this season on limited games, to be fair. However, the Kings weren't going anywhere, and the Spurs weren't going anywhere this season, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Next, we have Fred VanVleet. He's a starter. I think he's better than D'Angelo Russell, so I'll do that. But he is a good part of a championship team, right? With Fred VanVleet, right? This season was obviously not their year for clearly obvious reasons, but he is going to be their guy at the one this upcoming season. He's clearly been revealing, not revealing, but like there's a clear reason why the Rockets overpaid to go get him. He just provides great backcourt stability, and sometimes when you have Kevin Durant and Amen Thompson and fucking Jabari Smith and Alperen Sengun and fucking Tari Eason, sometimes you just need that guy. And obviously Reed Shepard's going to come into his own this season, hopefully. But Fred VanVleet is just one of those guys that you can just rely on day in and day out, and that's why I'm going to put him here because he's a starter. Like, right? I think he proved it last season. I think he's going to be a starter for a long time, but he's not. But right now, that's where he is. He's not an all-star, but he is a starter. Next, high end, I should say. Next, we have Josh Giddey. Do I put him an all-star or do I put him as a starter? Because obviously, his March was just fucking insane. So, do I put him at... Obviously, he had his best season ever, but, like, do I put him, like, at... I don't think he's there yet, but he can't be an all-star. I think Josh Giddey can be an all-star one day. So, I'm going to... He is a starter right now, but he can be an all-star down the road if he continues his development. He's in the same state as Kuminga, like... If he develops, yes, he's going to be an all-star, but we just don't know where he's going to be at yet, so... I'm going to throw Giddey in the starter tier and see what happens. However, if it was on his March, he'd probably be an all-star, maybe all-NBA. Next, we have Tyrese Haliburton. He's an all-NBA. I think we all know why. He literally just led his team to the finals. I don't think I need to say much other than that. Obviously, he's got the torn Achilles, and hopefully he recovers back to normal. I think he proved it this playoffs. He is one of the best. In fact, let me go ahead and throw him up top of this list. I remember throwed Cade Cunningham on this list as well. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll leave it at that. And then for this, I'll throw that, throw that, and throw it like that. But yeah, the core reason why Tyrese Haliburton is all NBA. Even though he didn't have an all-star year, I think the playoffs proved he is one of the best. Next, Ja Morant, all NBA. I don't really care that he's had off-court shit. He's still an all NBA talent regardless. Has he ever made an all NBA team? I want to make sure. But Ja Morant is an all NBA talent. When healthy and when everything is together, I think he still has that. He's only 25 years old. I'm not going to give up on him because he's had a few like really weird years. I'm not going to worry about that too much, to be honest. Did he have an... Oh, they fucking care about that shit way too much. Anyway, both Ja is still Ja at the end of the day. He's not like 27 point per game Ja, but I still think he is Ja at the end of the day. Like, I think he's just trying to stay healthy, so I'm not going to really concern myself too much. Actually, you know what? He's an all-star. You know what? As much as I want to put him there, I'm going to put him from the top of all-star. Just because he's not reached 2022 levels. Like, 2022 is all-NBA Ja. But talent-wise, he's still there. I just don't know what's going to happen with him. So I'm going to throw him into all-star for now. We're going to see what happens. Next, Jamal Murray. He's in the all-star tier. He's just a better version of Fred VanVleet, who can take over as number 2. He's not all-NBA level, but he's still like an all-star point guard. And when he's having a really good year, so for that, I'm gonna throw him in there. Next, Jordan Poole. It's between him, DeJounte Murray, and Jeremiah Fears. So I'm gonna throw him in starter for now, just because I think he can't. I think he can do it. Like, if you have no other guards and you have like a really good team, he can perform it just fine. But I mean, we've seen him over the last few years not do well. Although, to be fair, the Wizards weren't a great team, and he was just taking shots on a bad team. So honestly, with Jordan Poole, it is what it is. But he is what he is at this point. He is a starter. Maybe he somehow becomes an all-star somehow. I have no idea, but I'll throw him at starter for now. Next, Drew Holiday. I'm throwing starter for him as well. I'm going to throw him above these two. He's fighting with Scoot Henderson for who's point guard one, although I think Drew Holiday starts regardless. But he's an All-NBA defender. Good shooter. I think he proved that he was an all-star on these Celtics teams over the past few years. It was literally a super team, but yeah, he deserves all-star. I don't think I need to explain much. Next, Kyrie Irving. Ooh. That's a tough one. Because obviously Kyrie is still talented, right? Pending Achilles recovery, I think. Did he tear his ACL or did he tear his Achilles? I completely fucking forget. So he tore his ACL. Okay. Did he tear his Achilles in between? Oh, injured shoulder. No. Okay, he's fine. But when was he last All NBA? When was he last All NBA? He's only made the All NBA team 3 times in his career. Shit. I don't really fucking know. He's at the top of All Star, or right here. Like, oof. You know what? I'm gonna throw him at top of all. You know what? I'll throw him back end of All NBA. I think he still is that. Also, I'm gonna throw Damian Lillard. You know what? I'll throw Damian Lillard in All NBA too. Like, I got to give the vets their respect, but just like I don't like hold on. Let me check. I'm just doing this based off count stats. I know that this is not a good idea of gauging player interest, but okay, yeah, he got 2 comeback player of the years. Damn weird. All right. I mean, yeah, he's still at that level. I have to give him All NBA. And then Damian, I know he's sharing with Giannis. I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. He's All NBA. Yeah, so both of them are All NBA. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hopefully they both recover from ACL and Achilles respectfully. Next, LaMelo Ball. He's an all-star when he's healthy. I'm throwing him. You know what? I'll throw him above Darius Garland. Name of the game with him is health. I think he's extremely talented. Hopefully, he gets healthy. I don't know if it has to do with his frame or not, or how much lack of strength he has. I don't know what the hell it is because I don't have his medicals. But we'll see with his health. But he's an all-star point guard when he's healthy. Like, I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat this bullshit. Like, there's a reason why he's one of the best young players in the NBA. It's just unfortunate we haven't seen like a full slate of games from him. Next, Luka, All NBA. He is the top of that list. I don't think I need to explain why Luka is this high. Yeah, there's a reason why the Lakers gifted the first overall pick to the Mavericks for him. And if you're wondering, yes, I am referencing the lottery is rigged. All right, deal with it. All right, next, Malik Monk. So I think they had Malik Monk run into 1 in Sacramento after De'Aaron Fox was traded. So it's between him and it's between Dennis Schroeder. And I'm going to throw... he's better than... You know what? I'm going to throw him at the top-end starter. He is not the passing type, but he is a scoring type. I mean, the guy can score for days. So you know what? I'm going to throw him into starter. Maybe he gets the Fred VanVleet All-Star selection. Who the hell knows? But he's just a really talented player. Next, Tyrese Maxey. He's All NBA. I know that is probably... I probably have way too many All NBAs and way too many starters. I just want to make sure that because he averaged what he was like last year, right? Oh, he didn't even make All NBA. Oh shit. I mean, he averaged more, but like had lower 3-point percentage, but was taking on more of the offensive load. Hold on, let me fucking get back here. He if he's All NBA, he's like really fucking backhand. He's really fucking backhand. Oof. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna keep him there. I think he deserves an All-NBA selection at some point, but yeah. Hopefully he gets Joel Embiid back and he can be just fine, and hopefully Joel Embiid is healthy, but we'll see, man. Next, we got Mike Conley. He is a starter, and I'm going to move Jordan Poole up, and I'm going to move... I'm going to leave... Yeah, I'm going to leave Mike Conley there. At the end of the day, Mike Conley's just the veteran starting point guard who's still in the league because of his IQ and how he's taking care of his body. Clearly, he is still a good player, right? There's no question about that, but obviously it's not prime Mike Conley, but it's still a good version of Mike Conley at the end of the day, so he's still a starter. Next, Immanuel Quickley. Ooh. Is this just like Jordan Poole, but like on a better team? Ooh, like I don't. Is he better off the bench? Like I'm trying to think of this. So let me see about Immanuel Quickley. Is he like? Excuse me. What is he like? Solid. I mean, he can run it for you. He's better than Mike Conley. He's better than D'Angelo Russell. He's better than Jordan Poole. He's just like in this range. I kind of got to put him at starter, and because I don't think the Raptors have anyone else, he's gonna get the starting point guard job. So like, yeah, man. Like I've just got to throw him in here. I haven't had any benches yet, although there's going to be some benches because I added some players. But it is what it is. Colin Sexton. Ooh. I know he's running the two, but I know he's not is he going to be? He's a shooting guard. He's not going to be the starter, so I'm going to throw him not a point guard. That's the first one on the list. Shea, MVP. SGA, excuse me, MVP. No question, I need to explain this. Curry, he's all the way up here. I don't think I also need to explain why this is the case. So yeah, we're just going to skip over those two easily. Terry Rozier still... Is Terry Rozier still in the fucking team? No, he's still in Miami. Oh, he's the backup point guard. Yeah, not a point guard or starter. I'll just throw this on here. You know what? I'll keep Terry Rozier. And in fact, I'll put him out of the league because we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with him. Jalen's a good starter. That's what he is. You know what? I've got to start throwing throwing people down. You know what? I'm gonna throw Mike Conley down. I'm gonna throw D'Angelo Russell down. Actually, no, that's too harsh. I'll throw Mike Conley. No. You like? Would you rather have him at 1 or 2? That's the question. So like. And yes, Trae Young's going all NBA. I know I'm all over the place. My apologies. But, oof. I think I gotta throw both of them at bench. Like, but they're still starters though. Like, that's the confusing fucking part. I think I'm gonna throw Immanuel. No, I'm not. That's disrespectful. I'm throwing Jordan Poole at bench. Jalen Suggs is clearly a defender, good defender for a reason. Would you rather have Mike Conley? Like obviously Mike Conley is insanely like, you know what? D'Angelo's better as a bench scorer. Mike Conley's better as a backup point guard at his career, although he can still start. Immanuel Quickley, we'll see what happens with him. You know what? I think that's fine. Tyus Jones, he's the same tier as Mike Conley. I'm going to bench. He signed a prove a deal to try to prove that he was a good point guard, a good quality starting level point guard like Immanuel Quickley. It didn't work out in Phoenix. I don't know where he is now. He's in Orlando now, so yeah, he's not a starter at all. Excuse me. Next, Kasparas Jakichelis. This may be bold. Let's just first all get this out of the way. I'm going to get this out of the way. Tyler Hero, he proved he was an all-star. I'm going to put him there. And then Davion Mitchell, I don't think he's at that point guard role. Like, I feel like I have to put both of them in the same tier. Because, like, Kasparas, yes, is a good point guard, but I don't know if he's starting material right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw him in here because I think he's a better pure point guard than Davion Mitchell is. I think he's a 2. But Kasparas Jakichelis, I mean, he's going to get developed by the Heat, so this is more of a projection, but I think he's a starter year 1, so I'm going to throw him in here. I'm going to throw Davion Mitchell in here. Actually, he's better than all of them. I think he's better than Jordan Poole, just based off the playoffs. But, yeah. I'm going to just leave this as it is. Igor Devin. Is he a starter right now? No. Is he... I'll throw him here. Just because we don't know what's gonna happen in the Nets. I have like 4 people on him, including Igor, Cam, Nolan, Ben Seraph. So yeah, I'm gonna just throw him a bench right now because I don't know where he's gonna be played because I have Cam Thomas over him. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Cam Thomas, he's a starter. He's just an absolute fucking microwave. How does he compare to Anthony Simon? I want to ask that. Oh. Anthony Simons. How does he compare to him? So, am I camera on? Yeah. So, okay, he's better than Anthony Simons. So he's better than Anthony Simons, no doubt about that. Actually, no. I'm gonna throw Jalen Suggs up here, and I'm gonna throw Cam Thomas in All-Star. I know he doesn't do shit defensively, but he's just so fucking gifted as a scorer. He's better scorer than Van Vliet. You know what? I'm gonna throw him at the top of starter. You know what? I don't know what the hell his stealing is. We'll find out. But yeah, he's just like in this tier where it's like nobody knows where the fuck shit is. Like Malik Monk is better than Josh Giddey. I should probably just do that. But like this is the tier where like it can go either up or down. So that's why I'm gonna throw Cam Thomas in here. Kevin Porter Jr. Oof. Would you rather have him on the bench and as a starter? I'm gonna pair with Ryan Rollins as well. I'm gonna throw him into. I'll throw him into bench. Like, do you rather have Kevin Porter Jr. go to bench or starter? You know what? I'm gonna throw Kasparis back over to bench because he's in this tier. I'll keep him here, but I think Kevin Porter Jr. like he can run it for you, but he's not like Fred VanVleet level of good. So I'm gonna go a tier lower, below Fred VanVleet and just go from there and see what happens. Jeremiah Fears, he's going straight to bench. I'll respect him and throw him above Igor Demon. But right now I'm just throwing a bench. I would not start him right now. I would allow him to develop. Devin Booker, not a point guard. You know what? Who the fuck is running the point guard there, though? I don't understand. You know what? Is there anyone on this fucking list that I can save for later? Because I want to do it. If there's, like, anybody. You know what? I should not throw him in here. Malik, he proved he can play point guard. All of these guys can. So, like... Yeah. You know what? I'm going to throw Devin Booker and Jalen Green and not a point guard. Just because I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with either of them. We don't know what the hell's going to happen, so I'll just throw them into starting shooting guard rankings and see what the hell happens. Scoot Henderson, solidly a bench player. I think he's like in this tier. Actually, I think he's over. I think he's ahead of Ryan Rollins. Not a good first 2 years. Henderson stats. We'll see what happens with his career. I hope he develops for his sake, man, because fuck Portland sucks at developing people. Oh, he had a worse second year. Did he do better defensive? Advanced? Better offensively. Better is he? He's not better than Drew Holiday, but he's not in this tier either. I've kind of got to give him the starter role. I'm just gonna put him above here and just see what the hell happens. I don't know what to think of Scoot Henderson at this point. Dennis Schroeder, he is now the Kings starting point guard, and you know what? I will throw Malik Monk to next video. I think he's here, and I think he's just right where he is. Actually, I'm gonna throw. You know what? I'll throw him above him. And you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I'm throwing Kevin Porter Jr. above Kasparis Jonas as well. I don't think this is pretty. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, he did well in his bench role. Now he's a starter. I think he's shown he's a dependable point guard. And I think Kevin Porter Jr. is just kind of the same thing as well. So I kind of just got to move both of them up. Ron Harper. Ooh. I'm going to throw him... I'm going to throw him at the top end of starter. He could be an all-star in his first year, like if he develops well. We'll see. Also, I'm not listing him as a 2. Like, hold on, let me look. But like, if we're being honest right now, De'Aaron is the one. Dylan's no, because Devin's the. This is so fucking weird. Hold on. Is there like any fucking information on how the Spurs plan to use their depth chart? Spurs depth chart. Like, is there like any fucking plan? And I asked that in the most honest way possible because like I genuinely have no fucking idea who's playing where. So they have Dylan Harper and the 2 on this blog. Do they have anyone else? No, this doesn't show anything. And this also doesn't show anything. They have Dylan Harper, but like, this is so fucking tough because I have no idea. I genuinely have no fucking idea. You know what? I'm gonna give De'Aaron Fox's props. I'm gonna throw, because like, the issue is like, you have Devin Vassell, right? Devin might beat the 2 or Stephon Castle. That's a fucking, you know what? Is he listed as a shooting guard or small forward? I just want to know for my sake. He's listed as guard. Shit. I'm just gonna have to throw Vassell to the 3, and then Johnson and Barnes to the 4. Yeah, you know what? Dylan Harper will not be ranked till next video. I'm sorry if this is like fucking all over the place. But ultimately, I don't know where the hell to put him at the stage. It's just weird, honestly. It's just so fucking weird to figure it out. Cam Thomas, is he already down here? Yeah, I'll cover him. Ben Seraph, Nolan Triori. Okay, yeah. We have those 2 to deal with. Yeah. Next, Keontae George. Is he a shooting guard as well? I know this. Is he considered a shooting guard right now? He is. Okay, it's between him and Collier, so I can rank this. All right. So with Keontae George, obviously he's shown flashes. Same with Isaiah Collier. Keontae averaged 16. Oh, he's not that bad. 16, 4, and 6. And Collier in his minutes, was he like, 8? Okay, you know what? All right, so Keontae, I think he's a high bench player at this. You know what? He's in the same tier as Dennis Schroeder and Kevin Porter Jr. for now. Obviously, he has a bright future, but I'm just going to throw him in this tier for now. And then I have to throw Isaiah Collier at the bench for now. Not because I don't think he can't be a good player. I'm going to throw him in here. But he's just... And, like, we just saw his stats, right? They weren't that good. So, like, obviously he's shown flashes, but, like, I just generally... He's not out of the league, obviously, because he still has loads of potential, but I just don't know where to fucking put him in. I just don't. Clearly, they've shown they're not going to... Clearly, Walter Clayton Jr. is not considered a point guard, I think. If I'm correct... He's being considered as a 2 guard. I think he should be run to 1, but that's a whole nother conversation. So I will rank him next video. But if he were, I would have him right here if they used him correctly. Bob Carrington, I think he's the Wizards starter. I think. Yeah. I'm gonna throw him here. No, you're moving down here. I'm gonna throw him here. You know what? Like, he's a good player, but, like, we don't know if he's, like, starter level material yet. So I'm going to throw him in bench for now, although he is a high-end bench player, like, at minimum in his career. So I'm going to throw him there. We have 4 players left. Marcus Smart. Did I put him there? Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I've got to put him in bench. I don't know why. I get why I put him in there because I don't know if Bob Carrington's start, but it makes more sense if you start Bob because it's going to get more reps. I'm just going to throw him in bench. He's better than all of these guys. I'm being extremely disrespectful. I'm just throwing him in here. Obviously, it's not prime Marcus Smart, but it's still Marcus Smart at the end of the day. So actually, you know what? I'm throwing him at starter. It's still Marcus Smart at the end of the day, but it's not like high upside Marcus Smart, if that makes sense. And in fact, I put it below Kasparis, but it's still not hot, not like prime Marcus Smart. Everybody's used to seeing. Next, Nolan Triori out of the league. No disrespect at this point of his career, but he's being drafted based off potential and is not an NBA player at this stage, like a solid NBA player who can stick in the league for years. He's like a Killian Hayes at this stage of his development, so I'm going to throw him in there. Did I throw James Harden for the Clippers? Yeah, I did. Okay, he's the one, clearly. I think we all know where he's going. Ben Seraph, he's better than Nolan Triori, so I'm going to throw him... I'm going to throw him in Igor Demon territory and just see what the hell happens. I don't know what the hell is going to happen with him, especially considering shit that's going to happen. But I'm just going to throw him in there and just see what the hell happens. It's gonna be a 3-way fight between him, Nolan, and Igor for point guard 1. So we'll see what happens. And finally, we have James Harden, who's the starting point guard for the Clippers. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think he's redeemed himself. He's an All-NBA player. Clearly still going well at he's like 36, right? Like he's about to be 30. He was age 35 a season. Like goddamn, but he's still a great player. So he is point guard 1, and he is in the All-NBA tier. And that's the end of the video. This video should be uploaded tomorrow, so hopefully I can get this video out. I'm not gonna edit this video. I don't think I am. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I might put footage on the players, but it's not like fully highlighted segments, so like we'll see. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. That's weird. Just bye.